Okay. Now it says I'm live. Am I live? I don't know. Streaming. Okay. Alright, looks like I'm live on everywhere. Both places. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Let's close that, and there's the chat. And let's see here. If I can open up the chat. Oh. Anybody watching? What's happening? I'm gonna just bring it up on my phone. That way I can keep a tab on the chat that way. And see if I'm actually live. I don't know if I am or not. Is the live stream going? Yeah, looks like I'm live. Okay. All right, cool. Now let me check YouTube and see what's going on there. Get the chat going here. Looks like, let me know how it looks and sounds, because I don't know how it looks and sounds. I think it looks okay, and I think it sounds okay. Looks like, yep, okay. Sounds pretty good, I think. Yeah. And I have this angle here. See, once I start working, I'm gonna switch it up on you. Switch it up here a little bit. Switch it up. So I am just testing out this Restream to see what it's like, because I think we're going to start using it on the Hollercast, and we can stream to 2 different places at one time, which is what I'm doing. I'm streaming to both YouTube and Facebook Live. So we will see. Say hello in the chat. If you're in the chat. So we will see. Say hello in the chat. Let me kill that. Sorry. Hi, Camden. What's happening? I look very orange. I do look very orange. Why do I look so orange? That is a great question. Let me see if I can fix that here. How's that? Is that better? Now, I shouldn't be so orange. I should be cooler. Maybe that looks better. Maybe just a little bit more here. A little bit cooler light. There we go. Yeah. There we go. I just had to adjust the lighting. It was way too warm. Can't be looking like Trump. I can't do Trump. I can't do it a good Trump. I can't. But yeah. All right. Now let's see what this camera looks like. Yeah, that's still pretty orange, but not so bad. Not as bad as it was anyway. All right, let me bring the chat up here actually on the. Why am I offline on YouTube? What's going on here? Why am I offline? Wait. I don't think I like this. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my hair like that. It's honestly, I don't even brush it. I literally just get out of the shower and I do that. And that's what I do. It's getting a little long. I'm gonna have to get it cut. Getting a little bit long here. All right. Let's see. Let me bring up the YouTube chat. Because the chat is not showing up for some reason. Yeah, I just started. Usually you do log on when I'm finishing up, but no, I'm just getting started. Just testing this out. I'm gonna see. Looks like the chat is doing okay there, so I have my cleaning supplies here. Sensor cleaners, sensor swabs. Let's see, I've got 2, 3, 4. We'll take a few of those out. Yeah. I like those lens wipes too. They're pretty great. Pretty great. Some Q-tips in case I need them. And where is my pocket blower at? Yeah, this is a party right here. This is a camera cleaning and lens cleaning party. Let me grab my rocket blower. And filter cleaning party right here. Yeah. It is a party down here. This out the way there. Start with the old Sony A1 here. Trying to clean it up a little bit. So what's been happening with everybody? Are we loving life? This is the Sony A1 Mark II. And I'm just cleaning up a little bit. This is my everyday workhorse camera here. It basically does everything that I could ever want it to do. It does sports, it does wildlife, it does weddings, nature. I mean, it does it all. It's an incredible camera. Up to 30 frames per second, pre-capture, 55 megapixel, partially stacked sensor, virtually zero rolling shutter. It's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible camera. It is my main stills camera. I'm actually filming this video right here on my main video camera, which is a Sony FX3. But yeah, just pull that down a little bit there. Get a little bit, get rid of some of that headroom. But yeah, just gonna share this stream out real quick. I haven't went live in a long time. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream like this from the house, just impromptu. What is up, Jonna? How are you? How are you doing? Yep, we're cleaning cameras. I want to let me share my live stream. There we go. There we go. It's super late, but I don't care. I'm streaming anyway. Send this to Noah. Not that he's gonna watch. He doesn't want to watch. Noah doesn't want to watch me stream. So, yep, Sony A1 Mark II. Let's take the iCup off here. Clean the screen, which I have screen protectors on this, on all my cameras. So that at least somewhat protects the screens, I feel like. What I like about this camera is it's got a fully articulating screen. So it can come out like this, like if I'm shooting from the hip, I can go that way, or it can go this way, or that way, or this way, or this way. I mean, it can go every direction in the world. It's fantastic. My lipstick. Oh, it's a little brush. A little brush. A little brushy brush. These things do get dirty and grimy over time. They get dust in them. And I do this about once every week or so, so mine don't get too dirty. I like to maintain my stuff. Jonas is doing good. Just added a new puppy to the house. Oh, new puppy. What's the new puppy's name? And setting up your new sublimation printer. Is that a 3D printer? I don't know what a sublimation printer is, but that sounds very fancy and fantastic. And there is the sensor. To clean the sensor, you use these sensor wipes and sensor cleaner. I'm going to spray the swab with some cleaner. And you just, yep, there's a big old smudge on the sensor, which there shouldn't be. You just go one direction, that way, just like that. And it cleans it off. Let's see. That looks pretty good, actually. Very nice. And it's a one and done kind of thing. They're not multi-use, because if you get dust or any kind of particulates on this swab and then you swab it again, you're going to scratch the coating of the sensor there. And just going to blow the dust out of it. It's an Athena and not a 3D printer. A sublimation printer that uses special ink, so you print off a picture, you can apply it with heat. Oh, I got you. Okay, so it's a printer that allows you to print on objects. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I assumed it was some kind of heat transfer. Yes, that you apply with heat to like a tumbler or a bag or coaster. So it is like a heat transfer. And that camera is now smudged up. It's clean. Yep, there we go. Battery's charged. I'll set that down here. And next we have this. This is my everyday carry camera and my B cam, my second stills body. It's a Sony A7R5. It's got some specs on it, I know, because I took pictures with it this evening and I saw some specs on it. So either the lens or the sensor one has some dust on it, so we're just gonna clean it up. First thing I'm gonna do though is clean the actual body up. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Bradley? So what audio hardware am I using for streaming? I'm using a Rode NTG5. Yep, a Rode NTG5 shotgun mic, which is right there. and it is ran into a Universal Audio Volt 2 audio interface. And sometimes I use a Neumann U87, but that's what I'm using. I'm using the NTG5. I love that. That is my main microphone that I take out to do interviews with. I have two of them, actually. I also use the Rode Wireless Go 2s. I think they're the Go 2s or the Go 2 Pros. I use those a lot too. But this setup right here is the Rode NTG5. Great microphone. They are fantastic. I love the way they sound. They capture really nice audio. They're a condenser microphone, a type of condenser microphone. So they're good for overhead use. Not really good to reject off-camera sounds. I need to bring my camera to Anchorage and take some pretty pictures. That would be amazing. I assume you mean Anchorage, Alaska. Because, yeah, I would love to shoot the Aurora Borealis. I've always wanted to shoot the Aurora Borealis, and I've not really been able to because of where I live. So, and I'm filming, so this is the Osmo Pocket 3, and then this is my Sony FX3. And you can see the white balance is a little bit different on both cameras because they have different sensors. And I actually have an ND filter on this other one, so I like this this camera. That's a Viltrox 24mm lens, f1.8. I have it stopped down, or I have it wide open, so you can get that nice bokeh from the lights back here, the bokeh. Yeah. So when did you move to Anchorage? And Bradley, I just ordered the Elgato DX XLR microphone and can get an XLR wave. Yeah, they're fantastic. Elgato stuff is great. I'm actually using the Elgato Stream Deck here, and then I've got the capture card I'm using as an Elgato Camlink 4K for the Sony FX3. So, I mean, it's pretty good. It shoots. It's at 1080. It's not 4K, but I don't want to stream in 4K anyway because my internet connection can't handle it. The white balance is a little bit more red on this camera and a little bit more yellow or not red on that camera. A little greener maybe. I don't know, but I'm not gonna obsess over that. I don't care. For this application, it's fine. It is fine. But yeah, Elgato makes some awesome stuff. I'm a big fan. So this camera, Sony A7R5, this is a 61 megapixel, A7R5. The R means resolution or high resolution. That's their designation for the high-res cameras. This thing is a megapixel beast. It's 61 megapixels, and it is just like stupid high-res. And that's why I love it. It is so good. So good. And one swab. Perfect. Yeah. Jordan, I just graduated the FFA Academy a few weeks ago and heading there next week. I got a lot of moving time for that. That's awesome. Dude, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Go you. Getting the hell out of Tennessee. That's awesome. I'm assuming you left Sibelco. Oh no, I dropped my. I hope you got out of Sibelco. Everybody should get out of Sibelco if they can. Follow your dreams. Whatever they may be. There's a little something caught in there. Some dirt. This thing does everything well too. It doesn't quite have the high burst rates and the rolling shutter performance as the A1 Mark II. But again, it has a fully articulating screen that can go any direction I want. It is just so awesome. And the grip on it's a little plasticky feeling. I mean, these look like the exact same camera. If you put them side by side, they are pretty the same camera as far as how they look. The dials are set up exactly the same. You've got an extra dial over here on the A1, but I think the grips are the same. This grip may be indented a little bit more here, but it's, yeah, they're so close. Bradley, good to hear. I'm excited to set it all up. I just launched this 3.0 software, which will support. It's supposed to be pretty nice. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Elgato stuff is so good. So good. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Elgato. And now it's on to lens. Well, I'll clean the Mamiya up. I took this out and shot with it tonight. Just to hear it. Let's see. Oh, I love that sound. So awesome. So awesome. This is a Mamiya 645 medium format film camera. And let's see. Full manual focus. And there we go. I'm in focus now. I love that sound. That shutter and that mirror slap. Oh, sounds so good. Sounds so good. So I've got a Tiffin, a very dirty, which great. That's going to show up awesome on my pictures I took this evening because I had this thing stopped down to like f8. And I cleaned it before I left, but you know, the lens, the filter anyway. It's a circular polarizer filter on this guy here. And what's up, Midwest? You got one of these on eBay, a Mamiya, for $170? Dude, that's fantastic. That is awesome. I love the 645. It's a medium format 120 film camera for those that don't know, and they are so much fun. It's my first medium format camera, and I've had a blast shooting with it. It's been a lot of fun. Took it on a photo walk tonight. I don't know. I'm going to develop the film tomorrow. I develop my own film, process my own C41 and black and white film. Here at home, I have a video about that coming soon on how to develop your own film at home. It's actually not very hard. It's easier than people think. Good for you, Midwest. This is my first medium format camera, and I'm sold. I love it. It is so much fun. This has got the 55mm f2.8 on it, which is a beast of a lens. I think it's a 35mm equivalent thereabout. I'm not 100%, but I think that's kind of where it's at. It falls around the 35mm focal length, full frame equivalent anyway. Obviously, it's a 55mm lens. But Bradley says, what do you think of the comeback of Panavision cameras being used to try and drive people back to cinemas? I mean, I think it's great. I think physical media is going to make a comeback for sure. Midwest, in case you missed it earlier. Oh, that sound. Love it. I'm very excited about the return of physical media. Very excited about it because I think everybody, especially with all of this AI nonsense now, I think everybody has really just had enough of digital. And I mean, again, I shoot digital. This is my main workhorse here, my A1 Mark II. This is what I shoot. Weddings, events, sports. I mean, I shoot everything with this camera. This is my A cam. So I shoot digital. But I think everyone is getting really sick of the clinical perfect nature of digital, and now in the AI generation, the AI, whatever you call this, hellscape, that's what I call it, the AI hellscape. Yeah, it's refreshing to actually you know what, I'm going to use a Xi swipe. I know. What's up, Brandon? How are you doing, man? Hope you're well. You and your lovely lady. Yeah, Midwest, that sound is awesome. And Midwest, you probably know this. For those of you that don't know this, I didn't know this until I learned the hard way. You never, ever, ever let any kind of rubbing alcohol or chemical touch your ground glass. That will absolutely foobar it. Now, it's just regular glass is fine, but the ground glass, bad idea. Yeah, Brandon, it's good to see you on here, man. I met Brandon and his lady doing a shoot at the fire tower in Arden, North Carolina, I think. It's out towards Asheville. We'll say Arden. The Frying Pan Mountain Fire Tower. I met him there, and they were gracious enough to let me take their portraits and include them in a vlog, a YouTube video of that day, which was a lot of fun. Me and my son, who's not here at the moment, he is with his friend. He was with me, and he conquered a fear that day. He was not happy about heights. He does not like heights at all. But you know what? He made it up on that. He made it up in the fire tower. But yeah, I took some pictures up there, and it was great. I'm gonna clean that viewfinder with a Q-tip here. Yeah, I wish I would have had the medium format camera then. I did not. I did take my 35 millimeter film camera though. I took the, see, I had the Nikon N80 at that point. That's what I took up there, and I got some. I think I put, I think I put Kodak Ultramax, Color Max. What did I put? It was a Kodak. It wasn't Portra 400. Maybe it was either Color Plus or Ultramax, but I think that's what I used. Something Bradley says something went down at Frying Pan Day. Haven't seen the details yet. Oh man, that's interesting. I hope that whatever it was is everything's okay, because I really like that place. There we go. That's pretty clean. And for your ground glass, I just use a clean, dry microfiber cloth to clean it, and that looks like it's... Yeah, okay. Make sure that's in there. Still out here. Brandon says, still out here engineering the spa, the Omni Grove parking, and been riding a lot and enjoying the Asheville lifestyle. Your boy was shaking like a leaf on that tree. Congrats! Oh, dude, he was shaking like a leaf. He was not loving life, but yeah, congrats. He did it. And good for you, man. I love Asheville. I visit Asheville quite a bit. I do a lot of street photography in Asheville. I'm actually trying to build up a pretty extensive portfolio of street photography from Asheville because I want to make a photo book of Asheville street photos. So that's coming in the near future once I build up enough photos that are a portfolio that is worthy of being put in a photo book. But yeah, I love Asheville. It's a lot of fun. Pretty cool place. It's fun to photograph. Very fun to photograph. Mirror needs to be cleaned for sure. And on the mirror, I'm just going to use one of these swabs, and I'm just going to swab this. Even though I've already used this on a sensor, it's not that big of a deal to use on the mirror here. See, there's a mirror in there that reflects the image up there, so you can see it through the prism and the viewfinder. Lots of great shots in downtown and Black Mountain too. Yeah, I need to check out Black Mountain. I have never shot any street photography in Black Mountain, and I have been to Black Mountain a bunch. It is a beautiful place. Beautiful place. I wonder if I can. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So I can clean the underside of this. Again, just a clean, dry cloth for this ground glass focus screen, because, man, oh man, they can get messed up in a hurry. Midwest, what? So it was a 645 that you got off of eBay. Did it come from Japan? I have seen a lot of really nicely priced cameras, film cameras specifically, that are located in Japan, and I have been thinking very much so about purchasing one. So I'm interested to know, if you're still watching, if it is if that's the case. Looks like there's a little bit of, there's some smudges on that mirror here, so I'm just gonna see if I can get those off of there. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, these that's why I like to do the digital first, because then I have these leftover sensor swabs that I can use to clean the mirrors on my film cameras. Bradley, do you have a website with your work? I do, actually. So my professional work is at sonnetphoto.com. I'll put it in the chat here. It is. That's my website, sonnetphoto.com. It's not letting me put it in Facebook, but it's SONNETPHOTO. Sonnet is in the musical piece, because I'm a musician. Instruments behind me. So Sonnet Photo, and that's where my professional work is. As far as my fun stuff, my YouTube channel and Facebook, that's where I post the more artsy fartsy side of things that I like to do. My street photography, my landscapes, cityscapes, wildlife, all of that goes onto the social media side of things. So it's not really on my website, but is that right? Am I doing this correct? I don't know. Am I doing this right? Probably not. Yeah, I was right. Nope, that's right. That's right. There we go. You can tell I'm a photographer, can't you? Because I keep saying perfect, perfect. My friend JB, who may or may not be watching, him and I have this running joke that we're going to do a blooper reel next wedding video that we shoot of us saying perfect just over and over and over and over and over again, because as we say it like a million times. It's pretty funny. Yes, Bradley, that is it. Sonnetphoto.com. That is me. That is my work. Let's clean this lens for the Mamiya and then onto the other lenses. It's actually in pretty good shape. Doesn't look too dirty. Oh. Okay. Well, there's a big scratch here. You see that? Right there. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. You could back here, I think. Yeah, right there at the tip of this swab. There's a big scratch on that filter. Well, that's dumb. I guess I need a new circular polarizer, huh? Huh. What do you think about that? What do you know about that? All right, now, can I get this lens back on here? There we go, that's right. And this back on. I would love to get into the underside of this piece of glass here because there is some dust on it, but I just don't think I'm going to. Don't think I'm going to. That's okay. And it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Let's see now. Is that? Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. I like that. I love this camera. That sound. No, Brandon, it's not an expensive scratch. This filter was $15. Yeah, I bought it used at Ball Photo Supply in Asheville, so not an expensive scratch. That's another reason I put filters on my lenses, because I would much rather the $15 filter, or in a case like this lens here, this is a $200 filter. But I would much rather this filter get scratched than my $2,000 lens. So filters are the way to go, because yeah, I don't want them to I don't want my lenses to get scratched. So the Mamiya is clean. Now we'll move on to the lenses. My lens selection. I'm not going to clean the FX3. I actually did it earlier. I cleaned it before the stream because I planned on using it to film with. So here we have the old Tamron 28-70. This is my main workhorse of a lens, my main zoom lens. Dude, I love this thing. This is a fantastic lens for the money. It is tack sharp. Absolutely tack sharp. And it renders colors beautifully. It renders nice, smooth bokeh, which, for those that don't know, bokeh is a Japanese term, which means I don't know what its actual definition is or what it actually means or translates to, but it is the out of focus area in the background. So you can see here in this image, I'm in focus and the background is out of focus, and we have these over here. These little balls, those are actually lights. Those are lights, and if I move and tap on the screen to focus back there, so you can see that they're actually Christmas lights hanging there. But then they turn into little balls. We call them bokeh balls. for people who aren't addicted to this kind of stuff. That's what that is. So, this renders beautiful, smooth bokeh. I'm filming on a Viltrox lens, 24 millimeters, pretty cheap lens, but it's basically what I use as a webcam, which is funny because it's attached to a FX3, which is a really expensive camera body, but whatever. The onion ringing in the middle of these is a artifact of that lens. And it is this Viltrox lens that you're looking on. This lens does not do that because it's a more expensive lens, but I digress. This is what I shoot the majority of my professional work with when I do weddings, events. I mean, this pretty much lives on my A1 Mark II. And the reason I chose this, because I have a bunch, I've got 4 G Master lenses, which is Sony's top of the line. I have 4 of those, and I tried out the 24-70 G Master, which is the Sony version of this, and I really did not like it all that much. Bradley says you might enjoy checking out Ben Essen Photography. He's a professional photographer friend out of New York City. His favorite subject is water towers. Okay, I will check him out. I will. Send me, if you have a link to his work, send it to me in the chat there, and I'll save it. Yeah, going back to the lenses though, this guy, the reason I chose this over the Sony, and the Sony is supposed to be so much better. This is the Sony's made, I think the G Masters are made in Japan. I don't know. This is designed in Japan, but it's made in Vietnam. This lens is way smaller, lighter, and it performs better with chromatic aberration and color fringing. So you don't get these purple in high contrast situations. You don't get these purple and green lines around your subjects like you do with a Sony. And I used the Sony for about a month. I actually borrowed it. I got it on loan from Sony. And I was really blown away. I mean, I loved the lens. It was a nice lens, and it performed well in every other metric, but it was heavy. It was like maybe 1.5 times this size, and it weighed a lot more. It wasn't a 28-70, it was a 24, this is a 28-75, and the Sony was a 24-70. So a little different focal length. You get a little bit more on the wide end with the Sony, but the Tamron was actually a tad sharper. The Tamron's lighter, and there's no color fringing and chromatic aberration. But the best part, the Sony is $2,400. The Tamron was $699, and that for the performance, there's no competition for the price. I mean, there's just no competition for the price. The Tamron is the lens to get if you want a standard zoom. Up next is my second zoom lens. This is the Sigma 70-200. So this is when I shoot a wedding or an event, I keep this on my other camera. Oh my God. It's got the, I need a filter wrench so bad. I get these on there and I can't get them off. But anyway, this is another zoom lens. So that one goes, what's up, Thoughtwig? How's it going? How's it going? The Tamron goes from 28-75, so that covers my standard range. And this 70-200. So when I shoot a wedding or an event, I have 2 camera bodies on me, one with this and one with the standard, and that covers the entire range. I can shoot close up, I can get wide angle stuff, I can get super close, tight shots with just obliterated backgrounds for super cinematic looking shot, if whatever that word means. That word has been so abused. Now, it doesn't even really mean anything, I don't think, anymore. Using the Zeiss wipes. Love the Zeiss wipes. They're fantastic. Great for glasses, too. Great for glasses. This lens is sharp as a tack. This one does have a little bit of color fringing and chromatic aberration. It's not terrible, though. This is the sports version, the 70 to 200 sports DGDN Sigma. This thing will get you 99% of the way to the Sony G Master 2, and again, it's half the price. So there's, in my estimation, no reason, unless you need that full 30 frames per second at 200 millimeters, because Sony does put a artificial cap on the frames per second that your camera can shoot if it's not a Sony native lens, like a Sigma or a Tamron. They can only shoot, I think, up to 15 frames per second, which is so stupid. So dumb. But that's Sony. That's what they do. At least they have an open mount, so an open system, so you can actually get third-party lenses, unlike Canon and Nikon, who have a very limited third-party lens selection. Let's go ahead and clean this filter. Swear to God, my cats, they are driving me insane. They're the worst animals on earth. All they do is try to ruin my life every chance they get. Yeah, you hear that? The hell is your problem? What is your problem? Fuck up, you stupid, dumb cat. Oh my God. Oh, good night, Bradley. Have a good night, dude. You too. You too. Oh my God, my cat was beefing with the neighbor cat. He's a jerk. He is a jerk. Yo, it's getting warm. I'm going to have to turn the air conditioners on. Air conditioning on. Did you hear that, Jonna? Did you hear that? That was Mr. Kitty. He was pissed. All he was doing was at the window. He was at the window screaming at the neighbor's cat who was outside the window, probably on the porch. Good God. Oh my God. I hate he's ruining my life. He's ruining my life. That stupid cat. And see, he gets all pissed off at the neighbor's cat. The problem with that is him beefing with the neighbor's cat. The neighbor's cat is identical to my other cat, Miss Kitty. So there's Mr. Kitty and Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is solid black with a little white tuft of hair right here on her chest. And the neighbor's cat looks identical. So he looks out the window and sees the neighbor's cat and gets all pissed off at the neighbor's cat. And then turns around and sees his sister and immediately thinks it's the same cat and starts to fight with her. And like, here in a minute, we'll hear them. We will hear them. We'll hear him yelling and screaming at her, and I'll have to go yell at him again, and it'll be this whole stupid thing. And he's probably mad and is going to go pee in my floor somewhere. I don't even know why I have these cats. My snakes, I have 15 snakes, 14 of which are venomous and deadly venomous. And they're easier to take care of and less of a headache than that stupid cat. But anyway, I love my kitty. He's just an idiot. God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, that cat of mine. So this is the Sony 14mm G Master 14mm f1.8. This is a super wide angle lens. I use this for astrophotography. I use this for real estate. This is a crazy wide angle lens. Here, I'll show you what it. Swear to God, if you, I'm gonna kill him. Anyway, I'll show you what this lens looks like. It's pretty crazy. It's super wide. I'm gonna put it on the Sony up here, and then switch to that camera, so you can see what that was like. All right, there we go. Wow. All right, let's go here. Is it main? It's in manual focus because I was using it to. There we go. Yeah. So this is a 14mm super wide angle lens. If it'll focus here. It's in manual focus because I've been using it in astrophotography. But as you can see, super wide angle lens. It captures the whole room. The whole room. Let me put it back in manual focus here. If I can find the switch. There we go. There's autofocus. Now, yeah, I don't like the wide angle all that much. I think I like the so that's 14, and then this is 24. I'm just switching lenses. Probably shouldn't do that. That's 24. So 24 is a little bit tighter than 14, as you can see here. Sony G Master. GM doesn't stand for G Master, stands for got money. Sony got money. They're expensive. And here's another Sony G Master. This is the 35mm f1.4. I love this lens. This lens is fantastic. Oh. It is a beast of a lens. I love it. Love this lens. Look at this beautiful piece of Japanese engineering. Where is this made? Where is the G Master stuff made? Made in Thailand. Interesting. Made in Thailand. Yep. Love the G Master stuff. How is Freya doing, Jonna? How is Freya? Freya doing good. Let's see. This lens actually is not too bad. It's pretty clean. There is one little speck. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. And it came like this from the factory, and I almost sent it back, but it doesn't seem to affect the image quality at all. But there's a little spot right there in the middle of that rear element, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is there. It's just an imperfection in the lens. It's still under warranty. I always buy extended warranties on these expensive pieces of glass, and of course, because I do this professionally, I have insurance on everything. It covers all of my gear, but that would be a warranty claim for sure. She is just fine, just her normal crackhead self. Yep, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. Now here's another 35mm lens. Look at this little guy. Isn't this cute? This is a Samyang 35 f1.8, and I love this lens too. This is a very, very sharp, very good lens for the money. This is a $300 lens. And honestly, you would be hard pressed looking at an image to tell the difference between, and I mean, you can see just with the lens hood extended, like how much bigger the G Master is to this. This doesn't weigh anything. This is super light. Of course, it's plastic. This is metal. This is a $1,500 lens. This is a $300 lens. If I am shooting a wedding and I send photos that are taken with this, I doubt very seriously the client could tell the difference between these two lenses. Now, if I take a photo of a test chart and zoom way in and pixel peep, sure. The Sony is going to be sharper in the edges. There's going to be a little less vignetting. There's going to be a little color fringing. But I use this for travel, some street photography, and some video. It does great for video. The autofocus hunts just a little bit. The autofocus on this, and this has in-body stabilization too. So this one, it's much more stable. The image is much more stable when shooting. But this Samyang for the money is so good. So good. I also like their 24 f2.8 pancake lens. I want to pick one of those up pretty soon too to do street photography with, because with street photography I like wide angle stuff. I like my wide angle stuff. So yeah, this lens is so dirty. Oh my gosh, it is so gross. So gross. Smudges galore on this lens. Yeah, I'm surprised my cats haven't tried to kill each other again. Lord. And this is actually made in Korea. Samyang's made in Korea. And I mean, sure, the Sony G Master is a much better lens in terms of it's weather sealed. It is all around going to perform better. It's a professional level lens. This is not. But for a lightweight little setup, this guy is fantastic. Love it. I like to put this on the A7CR, which is a small, compact, full frame little camera, and just walk around and just very click, and no one suspects a thing. They don't pay you any attention because you don't have a big, giant, professional-looking camera and you don't look like paparazzi. Oh, man. This is another favorite of mine. This is the 85mm G Master, which is a portrait lens, really, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is very dirty because I use it a lot. But this lens, it is absolutely beautiful. Again, it looks just like all the other G Master lenses. But this is the G Master 2. Love this lens. This renders some amazing, beautiful, creamy, blown out backgrounds. Beautiful bokeh. Toné for days. Toné for days. I'm a huge fan of this lens. I actually shot a wedding video with this lens. Primarily, it's my primary lens a while back. Just to the client said they wanted tight cinematic shots, which every wedding client I've ever booked wants cinematic shots, and they describe them as tight cinematic shots or wide cinematic shots or cinematic shots. So I'm like, sure, you get cinematic. The cinema is yours. So I used this lens wide open. I put an ND filter on it, shot wide open all day with this lens, filming video. 4K 60 slowed down. It looked so good. That's what they wanted, and that's what they got. But normally I don't use this for... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Does anybody else have this, like, problem with putting the rear cap on a lens that doesn't belong on it? Like, I have to put the Tamron on the Tamron and the Sony on the Sony. I don't know, maybe I just... And if I do put a rear cap on a lens that it's not made for, I'm afraid that World War III is going to start or something, which that makes perfect sense because I just had the Tamron rear cap on the Sony G Master 285mm. So yeah, I guess World War III is starting now. Way to go, Josh. Way to go. I'm going to go grab my other lenses that I want to clean. I'll be right back. They're not in here. There we go. The bird lens. This is the 200-600. Love this lens. This is my sports lens, bird lens. It's awesome. I have a teleconverter on the way for it, so I'll get even more reach, and maybe, just maybe, a 400 to 800 in the future. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I would love to have the 400 to 800, but I'm going to try it out first. First, I'm going to try out the teleconverter with this lens. If I can get the teleconverter on this and get the same results that I would on the 400 to 800, then I will buy the teleconverter, because the teleconverter is $500 versus the 3,000 that is the lens. So yeah, pretty big difference in price there. Use one of these swabs to clean that rear element. And there is some junk in there. I see you there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. So, and the teleconverter is it's a piece that, it's basically another lens that mounts onto the end of this and then mounts to the camera, and it's got glass in it, and it magnifies, making the focal length longer. So it's a 1.4 times teleconverter. So it would make this it would be basically a, instead of a 400 to 800, it would be a I can't do math in my head because I'm an idiot. It'd be a 280 to 840. So, and I like that a little bit better, I think, because I get wider on the, I get more on the wide end. Instead of 400 to 800, I'm not limited. I have 280 to, yeah, or something, to 840. So I get a greater range of greater focal range with the teleconverter. But what I'm more concerned with than anything, well, obviously other than price, because that does make a difference, is image quality. I don't want it to degrade my image quality, and I don't think it will because it's a Sony. It's a Sony teleconverter. Like, that's the one thing I'm not going to cheap out on a teleconverter. Generally, I don't cheap out on glass. There is a ton of really good third-party cheap glass out there, but for professional work, I use the good stuff. I use good glass because good glass is more important, and I would argue, than a good camera body or the latest camera body. Anyway, you obviously want a good camera body, but I would buy a cheaper camera body and spend that extra money on good glass. Yeah, this thing is crazy. I've got some awesome shots with it. I'll bring them up here in a minute if I can. There we go. And I have it camoed out because I shoot birds with it. And when I shoot wildlife, I mean, they see this. This was a giant white lens. And you can see how big this thing is. Sitting next to it's bigger than my head, which is ginormous. My head is massive. Absolutely massive. But I'm a big fan of the Sony stuff. Obviously, I shoot Sony. And the reason I shoot Sony is because Sony does photo and video better than anybody else, I think, in my humble opinion. Canon and Nikon are fantastic. They shoot amazing photos and they shoot good video. But no one's autofocus can touch Sony. And Sony also has that wide open lens mount that allows you to get good third-party glass. My phone is disgusting. I'm going to clean it now. Oh, it is so bad. So bad. This is so gross. I need, like, look at that gunk on, oh my Lord. What even is that? I don't even know what this is. It's sticky. Look at the that is disgusting. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is disgusting. Oh God. What have I done? All right. Let's clean this phone up. We'll use the glass cleaner on it too. Oh man, that's so gross. What is wrong with me? Why do I let my phone get so gross? How? You know, I don't think my phone got this gross when I worked in the lab and in the plant, in a sand plant. I don't know what this is. This is not good though. This is not normal for Josh. Josh doesn't normally do gross. I'm going to turn it off though because I'm going to hit these buttons and it's going to call 911 or some stupid shit. And then the cops will show up and I'll be like, I'm not giving you my ID, and I'll get shot, and then the cats will eat me and it'll be a whole thing. And I just like to avoid that if at all possible. You know? Just like to avoid getting shot by the police and eaten by my cats tonight, all because I was trying to clean my phone. That sounds just like something that would happen to me. I wonder what the inside of that USB looks like. Oh, that's so gross. I don't even know how on earth I'm going to clean that out. It is blowing gunk out of there, that's for sure. don't have a... I do have a pick, but I don't want to put a pick in there. And I'm not using my camera cleaning cloths on this nasty phone. I had to clean the phone case too, but I think I'm gonna actually take it to the sink and rinse it. I'm gonna rinse that out in the sink and like take a scrub brush to it. God, how do I take any photos or video on this phone and they not look like straight garbage? Oh my lord, that was disgusting. I am aghast at what my phone looked like. I'm embarrassed, y'all. I hate that I took that out of the case on Livestream, and all 11 people saw that. So that is disgusting. Now, for those just tuning in, we're cleaning cameras. This is the iPhone 16 Pro, which is not a camera. It is kind of a camera. It'll do in a pinch. It'll do in a pinch, but I'm done cleaning cameras now. I'm just cleaning my phone because it was gross. It was so gross. Oh my God. So crusty. Why was it so crusty? We're just talking about not getting the cops called on me because my phone decided to call the law. And because if that happened, they would demand my ID, and I would refuse because of my constitution. And then they would shoot me or something, and the cats would eat me, and that'd be a pretty crummy day. I'd really rather that not happen. Jeez Louise. Well, there's purple nail polish on my phone case. Because I'm an emo boy. Paints his nails purple and black. Just call me Night Pain, okay? Yeah, when I play live, I do paint my nails. Because I'm emo. So emo. I'm not like one of those posers. Oh my God. So emo. I really need a new phone case, actually. That might need to happen sooner than later. Maybe even tomorrow. That's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll go get a new phone case. New phone case. Jonna, I'm dead. You're dead. I would be dead if the cops came and shot me and my cat ate me. Which is totally the scenario I've made up in my head of what would happen if I were to butt dial 911 at the moment, because I've been watching too much YouTube. Because I'm emo, and they'd be like, "Why are you emo?" I mean, look at me. Don't I look emo? I mean, my God, I have the... There we go. There we go. Oh, it's not quite in my face. There we go. Now I'm emo. Oh, God. I'm an idiot. It's 1,000 wonders I have any friends at all, because I am just ridiculous. Well, that certainly looks a lot better. And there actually is like purple nail polish. I'll put it on the other camera so you can see. Purple nail polish on the back of that, where I was at a show trying to paint my nails before the show. And yeah, it got on my phone case. And looks terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, that's better. Somewhat. Yeah, definitely need a new phone case. Need a new phone case. And now let's go get another camera to clean. Nah. Didn't mean to do that. This is the last of my camera gear I'm going to be cleaning tonight. This is the Minolta XG1. This was given to me by the most amazing person on earth. I really hope there's no film in it. I don't think there is. No, there's not. The most wonderful, spectacular, beautiful, insanely wonderful, awesome person in the world gave me this camera. And it means more to me than I think anything in the world. Because this camera, backstory, which I'm not sure right now, but I'm very lucky to have it. And it takes fantastic photos. I took it and had it CLA'd in Asheville and placed the light seals, and it is just fantastic. It does a great job. Great job. And it is taken a lot of awesome photos since I've had it. Wait a minute. I took those photos. It's taken a lot of photos since I've had it. I wouldn't say they're awesome. I took them. So it's taken a lot of photos. I've put several rolls of film through this. And some of the glass did have some hazing and fungus in it. And I took it apart, cleaned it really good, and it has been fine ever since. So this is the 50 millimeter. Yeah, the 51.4. I'm actually going to put the 28 on there, the 28-28. I like the wider focal lengths, and I'm going to use this for street photography probably tomorrow or the next day. No, maybe not tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to go out and shoot any street tomorrow. But the next time I go out, I'm going to take this and use it. I think I'm going to use the 28. Unless I have my Leica back from the shop. It is supposedly, hopefully, getting repaired. I would love for my Leica to come back to me. It has some props, though. It's got some major problems. Love the sound. There is nothing like the mirror slap on a 35 millimeter film camera. Nothing like it. There is some junk on the ground glass, but unfortunately, it's inside the prism on the upper side of it, and I am not taking this apart to work on that, because all it affects is just what I can see, and it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't affect image quality at all. I do wish this camera had a I wish it had a depth of field preview on it. Because I do, when I shoot street photography, I like to shoot at like f5.6 or f8. I usually don't shoot wide open, so I can get more of the environment in it. But, you know, I don't even care. The Leica has that, and the Leica has yet to work. This is a zoom and macro lens for the Minolta. gives me a 1-to-1 magnification. This is a 55. No, wait, what's the? This is a 80 to 200. 80 to 200. Very interesting to have a zoom lens. And you can see there is some fungus on the inside of that element, and I cannot for the life of me get this front element off, so I am not even going to try. But if I'm shooting wide open with this, it doesn't seem to affect the image quality. You may be able to see that, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it really good on the inside there. There's some fungus growing in there. And I never put this in my camera bag with my other lenses. When I take this setup out, because there's fungus in this, it gets its own camera bag. But that's to be expected. There's the lens hood. Let's see, how does this work? So this is a f4.5 to f22. And okay, so this is macro. There we go. I'm going to have to take this out and shoot with it. Next time I do street photography, I think I'm going to use this, actually. I think I'm going to use this. That would be really interesting. John, there's nothing wrong with painting your nails. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to use this on this lens because this is for the Leica. This is for my R5, which is at the shop getting repaired. This is supposed to be getting a CLA. This is a 50mm f2. And what I like about this is it's got this bougie lens hood here. Boom, there's my lens hood. This lens is tack sharp, so sharp. And it's got a filter in here. So that protects the glass. I'm going to clean it. Clean that filter and clean that glass because I've used this a lot. I would love to have a Leica digital camera, a Q3. If anybody is feeling generous and wants to donate a Leica Q3 to me, I would love you forever. That's right, folks. You can buy my affection with cameras. Love to have a Q3. Could never justify spending the money on a Q3 because that is not a camera that I would use for professional work. It would be a fun camera. And yeah, I could not justify that money. But boy, would it be great to take one out for some street photography and travel, just to be amazing. But you know what? The Sony A7R CR, the A7 CR is a fantastic camera that will get you. I mean, it just doesn't say Leica on it. It's got the same sensor as the Q3. That 61 megapixel Sony CMOS XR sensor or whatever. Yeah, CMOS. I don't know. It's a 61 megapixel sensor. It's a Sony sensor. And the CR is $3,000 new. And the Leica Q3 is what, $6,000 new? So, yeah, kind of ridiculous. And I would argue that the Sony with the same sensor has a better grip and has much better autofocus. Sony's autofocus is class leading. Like class leading. But it doesn't have the Leica look. And the Leica look is a thing. It is 100% a thing. The Leica look is it's a thing. But if you're shooting raw and you're editing the photos anyway, what does it matter? Like with the film cameras, I mean, I'm shooting a Leica SLR 35mm film camera. The colors come from the film, not from the camera. All the colors come from the film. So, what should I load up into this Minolta to shoot tomorrow? Go get the bag of film and check it out and see what I should load in there. Let me go get my bag of film. I'll be right back. Yeah, you're the worst. Terrible, terrible, awful. The bag of film. I keep my film in the freezer. Let's see what we got here. What do I want to shoot? We got Cinestill 400D, which is... that may win, honestly. I love this film. Of course, we got Fuji 200. This Lomachrome I'm saving for... Good night, Jonna. It's awesome talking to you. You guys need to come over and hang out sometime. Tell Nate happy birthday again. Love y'all. All right. The Lomachrome I'm saving for summertime when everything is bloomed and beautiful and pretty, because this stuff, it turns your greens purple. It's like a fake aerochrome, and this turns the greens turquoise. So that's pretty cool. Huge fan of that. And since aerochrome doesn't exist anymore, the only infrared film that I know of is black and white. Here's more Lomachrome. That's 120. That's 120. That's 120. That's 120. This looks like Kodak. Portra 400. Portra 400? Maybe. Put that in the maybe pile. I'm not going to do Fuji 200. What is this? This is... looks like Fuji. That's Fuji 400. Do I offer cleaning and lubing for... No, I don't. I don't offer it. It's a service. I service my own to a degree, to an extent. I don't actually do CLAs on my cameras. I just clean them, and I can lube them. But I could probably replace the light seals on my own if I really wanted to. It's not that hard to do. It really isn't. And I probably should learn how to do it since I own a Leica. And even though the Leica is a it's an R5, which is a Minolta, basically, in a tuxedo. They still are much more expensive to service than, like, if I sent my Leica R5 and my Minolta into the same shop to get CLA'd, the Leica is gonna be double probably, and that is stupid because it's the same camera basically. Let's see, Brandon, I looked into sending it to Too Close, but the cost is kind of not worth it. No, I totally get it. It's expensive. It's expensive to have them CLA'd. It really is. Film is expensive. I develop and process my own film, so that is one way I kind of control the cost a little bit. But yeah, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials on how to service your cameras yourself. I would myself personally, I wouldn't do like any extensive repairs on it. Cleaning and lubing, totally fine with. The reason my Leica is getting repaired is because there's a problem with the shutter. There's a shutter cap, and it's not. I'm getting like half frames and missing frames, so. And that it was like that when I bought it, so they're fixing, the camera store that I bought it from is fixing it for me, or having it fixed supposedly. And I've decided that tomorrow is going to be gross and rainy, so I'm going to shoot Ilford HP5 400. I'm going to shoot black and white tomorrow, because when it is gross outside, black and white is what I like to shoot. So that's what we're going to do. And I haven't processed any black and white film yet, so. What is in here? Developing it. Oh, what have we in here? We got a little, some instructions on how to develop. Technical information. Look at this. Okay, so here we have the, no, there we go. Have some technical information here on developing this film here. What does it say? It says, okay, so it's got the dilution and the times. Okay, this is for the Ilford developer and the Ilford chemicals, which I don't use. I use the Cinestill. And I've pretty much got it down to, and with the black and white, I'm using a one bath anyway, so I don't need to worry about all that. Yes. So we're going to shoot black and white tomorrow, because why not? Good Lord. Tomorrow's going to be a great day to shoot black and white. It's in the western North Carolina mountains here. It's going to be disgusting, I think. It's supposed to be rainy, and we have another cold front coming through. I'm so terrible at this. Come on, there we go. There we go. Black and white. That's what we're shooting tomorrow. We're shooting black and white, and we're going to shoot wide. Wide, black and white, yeah. I really do like this camera. It is fun to use. And it takes great photos. I like that it has, oh God, I need to reset the ASA on it. I need to set the ISO. That is no longer, I had Cinestill 800T in this, so it's no longer 800. So man, that light meter was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's a little more like it. There we go. Okay. I shoot this in auto pretty much exclusively. The Leica, I will use the light meter and kind of use that to expose my shots, but with the Minolta, I just put it in auto and I just shoot. Okay. Dropped it. I shot some 120 today. I'm going to develop some more film tomorrow and probably scan. I don't know that I'll get everything scanned tomorrow, but I'm going to get some more film processed either tomorrow or Sunday. Probably, yeah, probably tomorrow or Sunday. Maybe Sunday. I think tomorrow I'm just going to shoot and burn this roll of black and white up and then just kind of hang out. Go through the Minolta. Yeah, the Leica is a problem. It also had light leaks too, and that was fixed. They replaced the light seals, but now it's still missing. Well, I'll get some film and show you what it's doing. So you can see. Well, maybe. Let's try this camera. So yeah, there's missing frame. Don't know what happened there. Missing frame. And I shot this in aperture priority, so the shutter speed was constantly changing throughout the whole day. So there we've got, yeah, half frame, half frame, half frame, another half frame, missing frames altogether, half frame, half frame. So definitely got a shutter cap. Something's going on with the shutter. I don't know what, but kind of a pain in the ass considering it's, you know, I mean, it's not the most expensive camera in the world, but still, I would like it to work. But well, cool. I'm gonna go back and watch this because tonight the whole point of this really was to test out how Restream worked, so I can use it on the podcast because I'm streaming to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It's the first time I've ever used it for free, the free version of it or whatever. So we'll see what it looks like. But anyway, all right, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me and joining me on this little ridiculousness. And